Welcome to Chalk Talk Tennis. My name is Ben Cox, and if you are here to get a true understanding of what we're going to do at Chalk Talk Tennis, you're in the right spot. We are going to break down the game of tennis for you at all levels, okay? Every level should be coached differently because the shots coming back at us are different at every level, okay? So if you're a 3-5 tennis player, you should not be coached to play like they are on the ATP Tour. And that's what we're going to do here at Chalk Talk Tennis. We're going to break the game down for you so you get an understanding of what level you're at and how we then can keep progressing into the levels above. But we're going to break it down in such a simple way that you guys are going to have a roadmap to get to that next level. Okay, and today this is a free video on the 3 most common mistakes I see at the club level in doubles. These are 3 things that if you can do well, you're going to become a great doubles player, and your partner's going to probably be pretty happy, okay? Number 1, you guys, the first thing I want to talk about is positioning. You can be the greatest tennis player in the world, but if you don't know where to be on the court, on the doubles court, you're going to get yourself and your partner in trouble. For example, if you look here on the court, I've got 2 up versus 1 up, 1 back, okay? We see this all the time in doubles, right? 2 up against 1 up, 1 back. Now, positioning is so important, and we are going to stress positioning at Chalk Talk Tennis because so much of it is where you are in the court, and then we're going to talk about the other 2, then your shot selection once we get your positioning under control. So if we're here, positioning, let's say ball is back in through here, I want to get the person ball side, okay, ball side is that person that's down the line from the ball. I want to get them pressuring forward, okay? Right off the bat, by moving this person in, they're cutting angles off, okay? They're cutting the middle off from the ground stroke. They still got some of the line protected, all right? That's their job. By keeping this person, or by moving this person in, keeps this person back a little bit. It's called a staggered formation. When that happens, we take away all the highest percentage shots. Okay, this person will come back towards the middle a little bit and takes away the highest percentage shots, leaves the lowest percentage, which are these 2. Okay, we take away the middle, we take away the lob cross court, unless it's a great one, and we leave the lob down the line, which is the shortest lob on the court, or a cross court angle. Okay, now again, as we move up into levels, higher levels, we're going to adjust our positioning. But for club level 3-0 to 4-0, this kind of positioning is very important. And this is just a small piece of the positioning. At Chalk Talk Tennis, we're going to go over all kinds of different positions that I want to see you on the court. But this is a very common one that I see at the club level and all over the place, right? 2 up, 1 back. What do? Staggered formation, ball side pressures, cross-court person sits back a little bit, protects the court. There's your positioning. Now, we move on to shot selection, okay? Number 2, shot selection goes hand in hand with positioning, all right? Let's say we got our positioning down. So we've got our ball side up, okay? Cross-court person's hanging back a little bit. Shot selection now is super important, okay? Let's say this person's got a tough volley down by their feet, all right? And all of a sudden, they decide to go here, okay? We lose a lot of points that way. We lose a lot of points changing direction of the volley for no reason, hitting up to a net person that's going to then beat us through the middle because this person expects the ball to be back here. I hope that makes sense. This person expects the ball to be here. When this person changes direction for no reason at all, this person's going to get beat through the middle, and it has nothing to do with that person. It has to do with the shot selection here. Same thing if I back this person up through the baseline, okay? This person's hitting a ground stroke cross court, hopefully, right? We're hitting a majority of our shots cross court for no good reason, okay? This person's not inside the baseline. Let's say they're 5 feet behind the baseline. They take a ball up the line, all right? This net person now is here, and they, again, beat us through the middle because my net player expects the ball to be cross court, all right? You can go down the line when you get inside the baseline, but from behind the baseline, when you guys are in a cross court rally, Remember, the ultimate goal in doubles is to keep the ball in front of the closest person to the net. Remember that. The ultimate goal in doubles is to keep the ball in front of the closest person to the net. That's this person, okay? Now, isolation, okay? You guys are going to see these are all going to kind of come together. Isolation. Let's go back to 2 up at the net. Okay, we talked about how this person took the volley here, all right? Not the right volley. This person's on the baseline. We've got to think in doubles that the person that's on the baseline cannot beat us consistently. They're going to hit some great shots here and there. If you're playing for an hour and a half to 2 hours, this person right here cannot beat you consistently. This person will kill you if you're taking average neutral volleys at them that you can't pressure down to their feet, okay? Make this person on the baseline beat you. If you've got 1 up, 1 back, same thing. Ground stroker. Play ground stroker, okay? Don't think you have to mix it up because this person at the net is going to absolutely destroy you. This person can't beat you from back here, okay? I don't care what level of doubles we're talking about. This person cannot beat you from back here, all right? The net person gets you, all right? And the other thing, you guys, how many people at the club level are prepared with their footwork to hit 2, 3, 4 ground strokes in a row? Not many. Another reason that we want to isolate one person, usually that person's on the baseline, okay? If we allow them to reset, that's how we get in trouble. So again, 3 things, as you can see, all go hand in hand, and this is just a small percentage of what we're going to go over. All the different positionings we're going to go over, isolation, we're going to go over this stuff in great detail. But these 3 things go hand in hand, and 3 of the most common mistakes I see, which kills us as doubles teams, okay? Positioning, right? We've got positioning at the net. We've got positioning 1 up, 1 back. We can talk positioning, net players, ground strokers. We've got all kinds of positioning. You guys, we're going to break it down for you. We've got shot selection. I'm going to show you exactly where I want to see you hit the ball and then what that allows your partner to do. We've got isolation, okay? Remember, at the club level, people are not prepared. They don't have footwork like Roger Federer, so they're not prepared to hit the ball time after time after time. The reason they are is because we allow them to reset by hitting the ball back and forth way too much. These are 3 of the most common mistakes I see. I hope this helped you out, you guys. Again, this is a small percentage of what we're going to go over at Chalk Talk Tennis, okay? I mean, so many of us, and many of my clients, all over the country, I've taught for 20 years now, I've started them where they've had no clue about any of this stuff. They've had no clue on positioning, right? They're just out there playing tennis, which is fine, okay? They've had no clue. After maybe a month to 2 months, it's starting to sink in. 4 months, 6 months, it's a process, you guys, and we're going to break it down for you in that fashion, where it's going to be step by step by step. If you do this, expect this, right? That's the key to tennis. It's kind of the anticipation of understanding that if I hit this shot, percentage-wise, this is where the ball should be coming back, and if they beat me on the low percentage, then fine, all right? So many of us are out doing lessons and clinics and out just playing and not having a true understanding of what's going to come back to their court or how their shot affects what's going to come back to their side of the net. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to make you guys understand exactly what's going to come back. And that's the fun part of it. I tell people, it doesn't matter what sport it is. Think of an NFL quarterback. When they go from high school to college, that speeds up, and then from college to the NFL. Right now, the game really speeds up, and I heard the other day, even from regular season to playoff, the game speeds up, okay? My job is to make your brain slow down on the doubles court by understanding what's coming back to your side. So many coaches out there just feed you tennis balls. They coach everyone the same way. They don't really explain to you the definition of shifting. They just tell you to shift. They don't give you the true understanding of if I hit this volley and it's deep and high, what's going to come back? Or if I hit a bad volley and it's low and short, what's probably going to come back, right? That's what we're going to do here. I'm going to break it down for you so you say, okay, I just hit that volley, and Coach Ben said it's going to come back this way 80% of the time. And when it does, it's kind of fun, you guys, because you're just anticipating where the ball's going to go, and boom, there it is, right? That's why you want to be coached properly. That's why you want to be coached with someone that understands what level you're playing at, because the shots that are coming back from your opponents, it's based off of what level they're at, right? If I was on the other side, you would have to play differently than if someone that was a 3-5 tennis player was on the other side. And that's what I want you guys to understand. We're going to have so many great courses for you guys at Chalk Talk Tennis. Something like this, like I said, is a small piece of what we're going to offer, but we're going to have so many great courses for you that are going to break down the game: singles, doubles, mental strategy, all kinds of different stuff. And it's going to be fascinating. We're going to do it here on the chalkboard. We're going to do it on the court as well, okay? And you're going to see how if we can break it down step by step for you, it's going to make a world of difference. A lot of my players over the years, like I said, after those months of buying in, I'm getting texts, oh my God, this is working so well, it's so easy, and it doesn't matter, all the way up to 4-5, because we break it down at different levels. People see the success. It just takes time, because nothing is going to happen overnight. You're not going to go take a private lesson and end up with a 100-mile-an-hour serve. You're not going to go end up with a great forehand. It takes time doing the right things, and when it clicks, it's fascinating to see on the court. And if you stick with me here at Chalk Talk Tennis, you guys, you're going to see the results start to happen. You're going to win more tennis matches. You're going to make your partner happier, and God knows you're going to be happier as well. Your goals, right? Your goals are to improve. I would hope that your goal, if you're watching this, is to improve in tennis. And that is our goal as well. Our goal at Chalk Talk Tennis is to make every single person improve at their level and then understand what it takes to keep progressing up through the levels. That is my goal. That should be your goal as well. Chalk Talk Tennis is here to make you a better tennis player and not just tell you the basics of tennis. We are going to break it down like you've probably never heard before, which is going to make sense for you, because like I said before, this is going to be a roadmap to your success in tennis. You guys, I hope you enjoyed the 3 most common mistakes. And like I said, this is just a small percentage of what you're going to see, and a small percentage of the mistakes that we make at the club level. But I know what they are. I've done this for 20 years, you guys. I've coached tennis and a lot of club level tennis for 20 years. I know what it takes to win. Hop on Chalk Talk Tennis. Check out some of these great courses we're gonna offer you guys. It's gonna change your tennis game. Have an awesome day. Chalk Talk Tennis.